Hey study lovers! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. ඉතින් මං අද vlog එකකින් ඔයගොල්ලොත් එක්ක share කරගන්නේ අපේ first presentation experience එක. ඉතින් මං හිතනවා මේ vlog එකත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට වැදගත් වෙයි කියලා. ඒත් එක්කම ඔයගොල්ලෝ මගේ uni series එකත් එක්ක join වෙන්න කැමති නම් අනිවාර්යෙන් මගේ channel එක subscribe කරන්නත් අමතක කරන්න එපා. එහෙනම් අපි vlog එකට යමු. ඉතින් ඇත්තම කිව්වොත් මේක නෙමෙයි අපේ first presentation එක. මේක අපේ second presentation එක. හැබැයි අද තමයි මම present කරන්නේ. ඉතින් උදේ වගේ ලොකු වැස්සක් වැස්ස නිසා කැම්පස් එකට එද්දි කරන්ට් එක තිබ්බේ නැහැ. මේ දැන් මම ඔයාලට පෙන්නන්නේ අපේ ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එකට හදපු ස්ලයිඩ්ස් ටික. ඉතින් මේ ඔක්කොම හැදුවේ අපේ group එකේ හිටපු තාරුණි. ඉතින් thank you so much ඔයාට. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එකක් කරද්දී ඔය පේන බෝඩ් එකේ ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එක දාලා තමයි කරන්නේ. හැබැයි පොඩි ටෙක්නිකල් ඉෂුව එකක් නිසා ඒක අපිට කරගන්න උන්නේ නැහැ පටන් ගද්දිම. හැබැයි පස්සේ අපිට පුළුවන් වෙනවා අපේ ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එක එහෙම දාලා කරන්න.
Welcome to the voice of the people. I am your host, Rehansa, your guide, your referee, and your democracy tour guide for today. On today's menu, we have which one is better, direct democracy or indirect democracy. To solve this mystery, we have three fantastic guests today. The first one is activist, who believe that people should shut the call. Miss Ahansi. The second one is the politician, who will tell you why leaving decisions to the leaders is the smarter move. Miss Savinda. And lastly, we have a historian, who has enough knowledge to fill up an entire library. Miss Pavida. But before we're going to begin this debate, I want to introduce what are these two systems actually are. The first one is direct democracy. In direct democracy, every citizen has power to vote on every major decision, whether it's passing a new law or approving the national budget. You choose the decision directly. On the other hand, in indirect democracy, people elect representatives to entrust to make those decisions on their behalf. You choose the leaders and they decide for the country. And also, there are few key differences of direct democracy and indirect democracy. With that in our mind, let's start this session with our first guest, Miss Ahansi.
Thank you, Rehansa. As an ordinary citizen, I firmly believe in direct democracy. But it is fair, transparent, and it's truly reflect of the will of the people. When it comes to the direct democracy system, in that system, people have the real power. People are the decision makers. We don't have to wait for politicians to decide for us. We can take decisions. Our voices are actually count. In this system, it brings more transparency. So there is no chance to hidden decisions and secret plans. And when the people directly involved in public decisions, they used to discuss current problems. It helps to create a smart society. And when the politicians know that people can directly involve in their decision, they can't easily ignore people. Look, Switzerland, if government passes a new law, people have chance to review it. They can accept or reject it. Swiss people vote several times a year on different topics like education, environment, and healthcare, so they can clearly see what's going on there. This system it helps to reduce corruption. As I said, when the people directly involved in public decisions, they can't ignore people. We make decisions. So there is no chance for politicians to misuse their power and resources. Just imagine, if you could directly involve in your country's budget, environment issues and educational policies, that's a really good one. Unlike some politicians here, who often forget to keep their promises after election. As a politician, I have studied how different democracies have worked over the centuries and why direct democracy sounds ideal if not without its challenges. First, it works best in small, closely connected countries like Switzerland, where the election is relatively low and the people are generally well informed. When we are going to consider about the large diverse nations like India, Pakistan, and United States, they implement direct democracy on a national scale. That can be too complicated. As a major problem in this direct democracy, we can identify what happens. If citizens are asked what to implement, they become careless about their decisions, and it may be case follows their interest in decision making. Another problem is misinformation. In today's world, this digital world, fake news can easily mislead people. If decisions are made based on a viral content instead of a verified facts, that can be extremely harmful for the country. Also, some decisions are extremely technical and some require expert understanding. Despite those challenges, people still demand a real say in decision making, showing how valuable is in democracy.
According to Samantha said, limitation of indirect democracy also support this concern. First one is populism and sotamism. Politicians make decisions based on what is immediately popular rather than what is best in long run. For example, they are control the fuel price before the election to gain the support. It even comes to the budget in long term, but they focus on winning votes only. Next one is delayed decision making. It is major issue in the indirect democracy. Decisions are go through many stages, many debates, many approval. So it takes too long time. Next one is misrepresentation. Elected representatives may not fully reflect will of the people. They can act on their party's own interest rather than public. Last one is limited accountability. People choose representatives to make decisions for them, but leaders are elected. They don't have to listen to people's needs or problems in all time. So that, to conclude, direct democracy is better than indirect democracy.
Wow, what a debate so far. But let's hop on a quick world tour to see how direct democracy actually works in real life. As Ahansi said earlier, Switzerland, the strongest direct democracy in the world. Swiss people can suggest changes to constitution and also challenge those through referendum. And this helps to involve the citizens and also build trust in the government. Next, Brexit referendum in UK. In 2016, British citizens directly voted. And let's see the results. As you can see, a lot of people voted for direct democracy. That's their opinion. But we are not saying that is the right one. As you saw earlier, there are a lot of challenges in direct democracy. Those challenges are greater than the challenges we get in indirect democracy. Even though they have advantages of direct democracy, we can adapt them to our system. We are not saying that's the better one. With that in our mind, we are going to wrap up our session. Thank you for tuning in. And also remember, whether you vote, speak up, or just raise your hand, your voice matters. Thank you. See you guys next time.
Very interesting presentation. You have arranged your presentation like a debate, right? Which is actually I need to see from many of the groups of I have evaluated. So it was a really good endeavor. And you have done even a small survey, right, to collect the opinion of the general public. In that case, better if you mention the sample. Can be used
කරනවා ෆොටෝ ගන්න බැරි නිසා.
මේ ඔයාලට මෙතන අලවන්නකෝ. ඔවනේ බෑ අමාරුයි.
ගායිස් අපි ඉතින් ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එක හොඳට හැවා.
Other අපේ lecturer කිව්වා that she has never seen anyone do a presentation like that because we did a talk show that she has never seen it in another presentation, and also she said that we have a rich presentation, and she said that it was good.
Our two presentation.
Oh, politician.
The activist team, historian team, and I am the host.
ඉතින් මේ ඔබ දකින්නේ ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එකක් ඉවරනාට පස්සේ කරන සාම්ප්‍රදායික ෆොටෝ ෂූට් එක.
කැමරාවට අපරාධනේ. කැමරාව හොඳයි. කැමරාව හොඳයි. අර පික්සල් හොඳයි.
ඔයාගේ කැමරා ගැන හන්සි.
දන්නේ මට මේ වෙලාවට කියන්න දෙයක් නැහැ ඇත්තටම අපරාධි ගත්තේ.
අපි දෙන්න 16 Pro. නෑ මම
ගන්න
Pro
එපා.
එක ගන්න.
ගන්න එපා.
නෑ මම දකිනවා කැමරා එක හොඳයි. ගොඩක් try කරන්න ඕනේ ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් ගන්න.
ඔව් ගන්න එපා. අවසාන කන්ක්ලූෂන් එක ගන්න එපා. ගන්න එපා.
ඉතින් ඔය විදිහට තමයි අද දවස ගෙවිලා ගියේ. ඉතින් මං හිතනවා මේ vlog එකත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ enjoy කරන්න ඇති කියලා. එහෙනම් අපි තව vlog එකකින් ඊළඟ දවසේ හම්බෙමු. එතකම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ පරිස්සමින් ඉන්න. bye.